We will continue with limits, with more examples. Let us take a look at this example. Limit of x squared minus 4 divided by x minus 2 as x approaches to 2. If we use direct substitution, we will get 0 over 0, right? Because we have x squared, which is 2 squared, which is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. And we have 2 minus 2 is 0. Then our function will be undefined. So the best thing we have to do here is to factor the numerator. The numerator actually is the difference between two squares, right? Because here we have x squared minus 4 is basically 2 squared. So x squared minus 2 squared. Let us do it together. Then I will have limit. The factorization of x squared minus 2 squared is x minus 2 and x plus 2 divided by x minus 2, which is mentioned in the denominator as x approaches to 2. From here you can notice that we can cancel x minus 2 with x minus 2. We will be left with x plus 2, right? So our new question can be written as limit of x plus 2 as x approaches to 2. Now I can use the direct substitution. I can take this 2 and plug it inside our function. So it will be 2 plus 2, which is 4. And this is our final answer. Try to solve this question. Limit of x squared minus 9 divided by x minus 3 as x approaches to 3. Now if we use the direct substitution, we will get again 0 over 0, which is undefined. So we have to factor the numerator. And if you notice here also, the numerator is actually the difference between two squares. X squared minus 9 is basically 3 squared, right? So x squared minus 3 squared. So let us factor it together. So our new question will be limit x minus 3 and x plus 3 divided by x minus 3 as x approaches to 3. From here we can cancel x minus 3 with x minus 3 and we will be left with x plus 3. So our new question will be limit of x plus 3 as x approaches to 3. Now I can take this 3 and plug it inside our function. So our limit will be 3 plus 3, which is 6. And this is the final answer. Let us try to solve this question together. Limit of square root of x minus 2 divided by x minus 4 as x approaches to 4. If we use direct substitution, we will get 0 over 0, which is undefined. So we have to do something else. Whenever you face a question that looks something similar to this, you have to multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate, which is square root of x plus 2. So I have to multiply the numerator by square root of x plus 2 and the denominator also by square root of x plus 2. Now I want you guys to look closely to these two parentheses, which is square root of x minus 2, square root of x plus 2. These two parentheses reminds us with the rule of difference between two squares, right? Because we know that a square minus b square equals a b. One parenthesis will get the minus sign and one parenthesis will get the positive sign. And this is exactly what we are having here. So now these two parentheses will return them to their original state. So we can rewrite the question like this. So we will have limit as x approaches to 4. In the denominator we have x minus 4 and square root of x plus 2. On the numerator we have the difference between two squares, which is square root of x square minus 2 square. So now we can simplify our function to be limit as x approaches to 4. Now instead of writing square root of x square, basically the square root will get cancelled with the square. So we will have x minus, now the 2 square, which is obviously 4, so x minus 4 between the parentheses, and whatever we have the denominator, we will write it same as it is. From here you can notice that we can cancel these two parentheses and we'll be left with limit as x approaches to 4, 1 over square root of x plus 2. Now I can use the direct substitution. I will take this 4 and plug it inside our function. So it will be 1 divided by square root of 4 plus 2. Square root of 4 is 2. So our final answer will be 1 over 4. Try to solve this question, then check your answer. Limit as x approaches 0 for the function of square root 1 plus x minus 1 divided by x. If we use the direct substitution, we will get 0 over 0, which is undefined. So we have to multiply the numerator and denominator by the conjugate, right? So we have to multiply it like this. Square root of 1 plus x plus 1 and 1 plus x plus 1. As we did in our previous example, these two parentheses reminds us with the difference between two squares rule. So the numerator will be, let us just write the limit as x approaches 0. In the numerator we have 1 plus x minus 1. And in the denominator we have x times square root of 1 plus x plus 1. Now the 1 will be cancelled with the minus 1, so we will have x left, right? So now the x, I can cancel it later with x. So our new question will be limit as x approaches 0, 1 over square root of 1 plus x plus 1. Now I can use the direct substitution and plug the 0 inside our function. So it will be 1 over square root of 1 plus 0 plus 1, which equals 1 over square root of 1 plus 0, which is square root of 1, which equals 1. So I have 1 here plus this 1. So the final answer will be 1 over 2. Try to solve this question. Limit of x squared plus x minus 6 divided by x minus 2 as x approaches 2. Now if you use direct substitution, you will get 0 over 0, which is undefined. So we have to do something else. In this question, we have to factor the upper function. We have to factorize it, right? So we have to look into two numbers that multiplies to give minus 6 and adds up to 1. So let us try together. So let us write here minus 6 and plus 1. So we have to find two numbers. Let us start with 3 and 2. 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 plus 2 will give us 5. So this 2 pair is not helping. Let us choose something else. Let us choose minus 3 and 2. Minus 3 times 2 will give us minus 6. See, we have minus 6, which is same as this one. Then let us add them together. Minus 3 plus 2 will give us minus 1, which is the opposite of positive 1. So also this pair is not helping. Let us try now 3 and minus 2. 3 times minus 2 is minus 6, which is exactly what we have here. And 3 plus minus 2 is positive 1, which is exactly what we have here. So this is the correct pair of numbers. So the factorization of this function will be like this. Let me just write limit x as x approaches 2. Now the factorization for the upper function will be x plus 3 and x minus 2. And the denominator, we will write it same as it is. From here you can see that we can cancel this parentheses with this parentheses, right? And we will be left with x plus 3. So we can rewrite the question as limit x approaches 2 for x plus 3. Now I can use direct substitution and plug 2 in this function. So the limit will be 2 plus 3, which equals 5. And this is the final answer. Try to solve this question. Limit of 5x divided by x squared plus 2x as x approaches to 0. So what we should do with this question? On the top part of the question, we cannot do anything actually. So we cannot simplify it anymore. But x squared plus 2x, we can take x as a common factor, right? So we can rewrite the question as limit as x approaches 0, 5x divided by, now I will take x as a common factor, and whatever left here, I will write it between the parentheses. I have x squared, I already took 1 out as a common factor, so I will have 1x here left, plus, now this x already taken out as a common factor as well, so I will have 2 left. And let us close the parentheses. From here you can notice that we can cancel the x with the x. So we will be left with limit of 5 over x plus 2 as x approaches to 0. Now I can use the direct substitution and plug the 0 inside our function. So our function, our limit will be 5 over 0 plus 2, which equals 5 over 2. And this is the final answer. Now it's your turn. Try to find the limit of x squared plus 3x minus 10 over x minus 2 as x approaches 2. Now, in order to solve this question, if we use the direct substitution, we will get 0 over 0. So this will make our function as undetermined. So we have to do something else. We have to factor the upper function. We have to look into two numbers that multiplies to give minus 10 and adds up to 3. So let us try together. We have minus 10 and 3. We need two numbers. So let us start with minus 5 and 2. Minus 5 times 2 is 10. Minus 10, sorry. So this equals minus 10, which is exactly same as this. But if we add up these two numbers, we will get negative 3, right? But guys, we have to pay attention. We need actually 3, not negative 3, right? So let us switch these two signs. So now let us go with 5 and minus 2. 5 times minus 2 is negative 10, which is exactly what we have here. And if we add up these two numbers, we will get positive 3, which is what we have here. So the new pair of numbers is 5 and minus 2. So now let us rewrite the question. Limit as x approaches 2, and the upper function, we will write it as x plus 5 and x minus 2. And in the denominator, we have x minus 2. From here, you can notice that we can cancel these two parentheses together. So we will be left with limit as x approaches 2 for the function x plus 5. Now I can use direct substitution and take 2, plug it inside our function. So 2 plus 5 equal 7. So the limit for this function is 7. Let us take a look at this question. Limit of x squared minus x minus 12 divided by x squared plus x minus 20 as x approaches to 4. Now, if you use direct substitution, of course, we will get 0 over 0, which makes our function as undetermined. So we have to do something else. We have to factor the upper part and the lower part. So let us start with the upper part. We have to look into two numbers that multiplies to negative 12 and adds up to minus 1. So we have here negative 12 and negative 1. So let us try first with negative 4 and 3. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12, which is exactly what we have here. And if we add up these two numbers, negative 4 plus 3, we will get negative 1, which is exactly what we have here. So the factorization of the upper function will be x minus 4, x plus 3. Now let us jump to the bottom part. I have to look into two numbers that multiply to give negative 20 and adds up to 1. So we have negative 20 and positive 1. So these two numbers would be 5 and negative 4. So if I multiply 5 and negative 4, I will get negative 20, which is exactly what we have here. And if we add up these two numbers, we will get positive 1. So our parentheses will have x plus 5 and x negative 4. From here you can notice that we can cancel x minus 4 with x minus 4. And our new limit will be limit as x approaches to 4. We have x plus 3 and we have x plus 5. Now I can use direct substitution and plug 4 inside the function. So we will have 4 plus 3 divided by 4 plus 5. 4 plus 3 is 7, 4 plus 5 is 9. And this is the final answer.